KLW, and am I coming through loud and clear?
Mr. Mark, you're coming in fine. A little noise, but you're fine. That last transmission was unreadable. And to let everybody know, KO boys, EZT, Davy up in Crossnore, they're okay, but they had went to Tennessee yesterday from Crossnore to groceries and supplies. Well, they was going to go back there today to get some stuff for some other people, and they had the highway concrete barriers across the road so nobody could go that way, and the road was fine yesterday, and I'm sure it was today too, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but if anybody hears anything, let me know. That whole area has been, well, there's having problems getting in and out, so the conditions are, there's been a few people today who said,
Okay, thank you, sir. WA4DAT.
it's station.
What's the story with Marion? How hard was y'all hit?
Yeah, Marion was hit pretty hard, but north of Marion was hit the hardest. I went to town today and got gas and something to eat. So restaurants are opening back up, grocery stores are opening back up, Walmart's open. Ingles had lights on, but I don't know if they're open or not. I'm sure they're about ready to, but if you know where the 5-lane is in Marion, they've got the power back on down through there, and all the gas stations down through there are selling gas again, and I think everything except the dollar store was open when I come back through there. But it's gradually opening back up down that way, but the farther north you go, the worse it is.
KK4BCL. Destroyed that town. I have a question on a travel route to Asheville, if anyone can answer it. Over.
Well, when we were eating down there today, the waitress that waited on us said her husband works for a tree company, and he was needing to come home from Asheville, and he ended up going to Marion, so I guess you can get to Asheville.
Tell if it's open. I live in a place called Gateway Mountain, halfway between Old Fort and Bat Cave. Does anyone know from my area to exit 49?
Judging from what Cliff said earlier today, I would say it's probably not clear. KQ4STJ.
Roger that, thank you.
Copy this. I-26 to 70.
Roger that, 74 to 26.
I know it's only roads we can seem to be green Spartanburg and they need to be very careful about making travel.
Terrible devil.
Hey, man. This WH-48 I over with you.
Not a problem. I know we're all out there trying to help. I have heard coming into North Carolina, the only accessible, Spartanburg, and a lot of the other roads are either shut down because of landslides or trees down or just not being able to get through.
And also understood today from people that were on 26, let me see if I got it, that the traffic is really slow, 20 miles an hour, and they were asking people if you can avoid being on 26 to western North Carolina.
KK4 VCO, thank you guys for all that information. It was very helpful.
KK4 EYF, I've heard as far as getting down to Bat Cave and Edneyville, there's a lot of road wash and also bridges that were compromised, and a lot of that's cut off. I know Chimney Rock, I've seen pictures, and a lot of that's washed out, so just be careful.
Contact.
Go ahead.
We got about 20 trucks running stone up there today. We'll be doing it tomorrow, filling in the holes and trying to build it back. So we're helping as much as we can. KY4YQ, be clear.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all the more reason that you can stay off the 26 and use secondary roads if they're passable. But give up priority to the trucks.
I had heard KK4 EYF say that they're open to utilities and also resources.
Go ahead.
The is officially all roads are intended for emergency traffic only. If you do decide to travel, keep that in mind.
Comment?
Big comment.
This is KG4IKQ. If the station Rove and Gateway Mountain, if he will wait till tomorrow morning, try to contact the W4G neck and trunk repair, we will probably have some additional updated information back to Gateway Mountain from the County side. thank you for the information. We're able to access from Gateway to Old Fort, unless there's a backfill. I am part of construction crew from it, but probably locally from what I've heard. Is the hopeful time.
Roger, thank you. That helps me with an update. So you had no problems accessing Old Fort via Back Cave Road and coming off of Gateway Mountain.
Both lanes open all the way, slow, but there is access, and you can go beyond that. I've been toward Cedar Creek and Battier, but you can access from Gateway Mountain to Old Fort. It's clear. All the back roads, including Bethlehem, Davistown, all of those are open right now, albeit some of them are just one lane, but Bat Cave itself is 2-lane all the way through and very clear.
Roger, thank you. Break. Lynn, can I pass some traffic to Kurt for just a second?
I'll go right ahead.
CPS?
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
I passed all your information that you gave me at the clubhouse to Lynn before I left, and he will try to remedy the situation in the morning.
All right, I appreciate that. Maybe look out for me.
Thank you, Lynn. KG4, I keep you clear.
Oh, no problem.
KPF.
Yeah, I got a text from Baby, and well, you know, he's a drama queen, but he said, holy moly, cops versus cops, gunfight, North Carolina, Tennessee state line. Now he's got my curiosity up, but you know, like I said.
Yeah, interesting.
Comment.
Go ahead.
N4LYS. Hey, fellas. I was just going to ask about Baby, so that answers my question. I guess he's okay if he's posting more Polish updates.
Yeah, somehow or another they've got a internet access because the government recently had put a mobile tower up there, so I don't know, but he's got phone access, but they have nothing in cost nor availability of food or anything. And he said they went to Tennessee yesterday and got supplies, and they were going to go back today and get more supplies for others. The state has put concrete barriers across the road.
Well, wow, what's mine is mine, huh?
You know, sometimes I think the government does more harm than good.
I mean, I have seen some positive news, right? And it's, you know, volunteer, not just all the radio stuff, of course, right? And that's nothing compared to what other folks are doing, not to pale in comparison, really, but, you know, volunteer helicopter pilots dropping stuff, you know, when roads are closed, and like Beach Mountain, I think, collected a bunch of stuff today by helicopter, and it's going to get distributed down Boone and areas that way, and Asheville's a different kind of mess altogether.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
J04 NQC. I'm up in High Rock Acres, Black Mountain. We had 5 chopper landings yesterday. They evacuated diabetics. Other folks didn't have supplies. And older folks even took their dogs. 2 private individuals as well as mama and vaccine.
Yeah, not be able to do the things you want to do, that's very different, but the folks who need the medical help and all that kind of stuff, it's obviously a priority, and, you know, I'm reminded now, even though it didn't give us much problem here in Concord at all, just a lot of rain, that it can jog just as quick as it did, right? This thing was supposed to go over Atlanta, and it took a 200-mile detour, happened to pile up 3 inches of rain in the mountains.
And apparently I'm in the halfway from wherever all these military helicopters are coming from. These military bases are where, but what doesn't fund us is flying from the east to toward the mountains.
Hopefully they've got put all their training as good as they can. You know, just the video of the when you have a landslide on one side for one lane, that kills it for right. They've got one side of both lanes. That just makes no sense to me, and that's going to impact commerce. That's going to impact people that live over there and all the businesses over there and gas and. You know, people asking for what's the reroute? Well, there's not a lot of reroutes, right? There's mountains in the way, and there's Tennessee and Georgia the other way, and that's the reroute.
Break.
Go ahead, Break.
It's KB4WNC in Canton, North Carolina. Does anyone out there know what's going on with Homeland Security? They have just pulled 2 large trailers in Wells Funeral Home in Canton, and there's agents swarming everywhere.
Go ahead.
There's agents swarming everywhere. They're unloading equipment at 2 huge trailers at Wells Funeral Home in Canton, North. No one seems to know what's going on.
And they're not going to tell us what's going on either.
It wouldn't surprise me, and I don't say it lightly at all, right? Some of these floods, there's the people we know that live in the mountains, and there's other people that we don't know live in the mountains. And some of those folks are going to get found, and they will have drowned, and it's going to be a big deal. And so it's probably good to have more equipment than not. You know, let's just say if they're starting to block off interstates from state to state, you know, I'm sure Homeland Security's going to handle that with communication at the very least, and whatever else otherwise.
That kind of makes sense. Some people were kind of chattering around the block. Some people were spouting martial law and all that kind of stuff because they were setting up a lot of equipment up there.
Really surprised me. One that for them to pull that off.
You're without power for a day or two. It's a super huge inconvenience. You're without power for a week. You start to lose your cool. And then it goes sideways after that thing, and so it's probably smart for them to be preemptive just in case, but again, that's Daniel's perspective only, not being there with it, but you know, that's just a thought.
That kind of makes sense.
I got a question. It's probably better to have it in place in case as opposed to not, right? And some of those folks, was it Kurt, somebody that said they're going to be without power for several weeks, right? I heard somebody I missed her call sign that she had said in Asheville was hoping to be back up by the end of the week. Well, that's still 7 days, right? And that's most. There'll still be some without, and those most desperate corners. If you're without power for 7 days and with the roads washed out,
yeah, that all makes sense. Listen to this. This is KB4WNC 730.
And keep us posted if you. Go ahead.
So, I don't remember of devastation.
Security.
disturbing.
No, only to be dumb, just WA-48T. I've never heard of Homeland Security coming to any major thing like this as far as when it comes to, in this country, or, Homeland Security, I thought meant homelanding, but you can fight against terrorist stuff, right?
Comment.
I'm following you, and I get that too. I would be surprised if they're doing something that is, well, I would be surprised if they're doing something weird, right? I wouldn't put it past them, but, if FEMA shows up, it certainly is the right thing for FEMA to show up to, and if FEMA is a wing of them, then again, maybe they realize it's going to be worse than it is, or maybe they realize it's going to be worse than they predicted, or whatever, but who knows? I guess it'll show up on the news in the morning, and then somebody will ask some questions, because they'll have daylight and video cameras.
Y'all, Katrina, they're waiting for this. Katrina, they disarmed all the citizens in New Orleans, all through Louisiana.
Brandon, was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
For OBG.
Go ahead, Brandon.
My wife and I just got cell signal back not long ago, and so far the estimated cost of this natural disaster is over $150 billion, and it's rated so far in the top 5 natural disasters in the world, not just in the United States, so this is a lot bigger than we think it is.
That's a little disturbing. Scale 4 MNA.
Yeah, it is a little shocker, but, and like I said, the only reason I don't trust the government is because they're not transparent with the people.
You are correct. I got on the internet for a while. I'm just sporadically getting on the radio when I get my generator going, but what path did the hurricane make, and was it a hurricane when it hit North Carolina, or was it a tropical storm?
It was a Category 1 when it hit Asheville, is what we heard today.
Roger that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
But it was 200 miles across and dumped on a lot of rain, and I think here. It's hard to speak.
Yes.
This is KK4EYS. It's what we experienced with Francis and Ivan back in early 2000s. You have a storm come through and saturate the land, and then everything goes sideways when the second one comes through.
Yeah, is there any rainfall total they have for western North Carolina over the storm KO4OBH?
Numbers I've heard is anywhere from 20 to...
Prior to the storm here. Okay.
KK has literally no access to anything, but I have heard from people telling me that 30 plus inches of Carolina.
Contact.
Go ahead, contact.
Mount Mitchell had winds of 100 miles an hour.
Go.
KI4ZK, K4DVD. I just wanted to jump in. Just know we're all good down here in Burke County. We're still without power, but we do have cell, and was able to get my neighbor has a generator, and I was able to charge up the handheld. So I thought I'd jump in and say hello.
Yes.
Yep, K4DVD.
I thought it was. It's good to hear. In the area, and
With Air National Guard and stuff at the Hickory Airport.
Roger, thank you for that. Yeah, Mount Pleasant is a little bit east of Charlotte, so we're away from the repeaters there, but I can hear you guys reasonably well. Thank you so much for the information, WC9CW. I'll be just listening in.
You also might get, since you're closer to Charlotte, your best bet, if you're looking to make donations, go up there and with the Billy Graham organization. They'll get a disaster response. They have offices there in Charlotte.
Roger, I have Bill Graham Library written down in Hickory Airport, so thanks so much, WC9CW.
Comment. Go ahead, comment.
Lynn, this is WX40AT. Much about Homeland Security. Once upon a time, I was in the federal government. I was with a unit. It was called the NBC unit. We went down to train in Florida. And before you know it, people got in their mind that we was bringing, jails from a trailer. Well, we to do martial law. The dude's name, I don't know what it's all about, but don't get wrapped around the axle before you actually know what's going on, man, because I was on the other end of it. And that's the reason I said what I said. I don't trust government either, but the thing of the matter is, till you see something really crazy, that's when you start acting.
Yes, sir. I was part of the Katrina. I was a truck driver for almost 11 years, and went to haul ice down to the big stadium down there. I can't remember where it's called now. And I'm telling you, that's one thing you say about our country is when it's a time of need, people will come together, no matter base, religion, color, your skin, whatever, your religious beliefs, your political beliefs. When we do have a disaster here, people do come together.
And I appreciate your thoughts on don't create a conspiracy theory, but you also have to remember we should learn from history, and Katrina should have been a real good history lesson for us all.
I get what you're saying. The thing of the matter is, Katrina down in New Orleans, there's jobs for everybody in the military, being guard or being a reservist or active army. But as far as what I can remember for the longest, get out and control help to try to control all the looting and safe and make sure everybody has enough to go around instead of people looting stuff. But I guess that's changed all right.
Just comment. I let that other station come in. Now, it's already happened. Apparently, one of the local hospitals, not the big hospital, but one of the local hospitals in Nashville got overrun, I guess last night, they were saying. People panicked. It wasn't more of a riot or looting or anything. It was more mass panic, I believe. But, yeah, I know what you're saying on that for sure. We got a long ways to go and a lot to learn for sure. Go ahead, other station.
This is M4NCZ. Anything coming?
Go ahead, M4NCZ.
Yeah, quick question on the shutdown. Are y'all hearing anything about how long they're going to be having roads shut down west of 77 here?
I don't think the board is shut down until you get, I think they said 04 or something, and I'm not sure what's going on there, but there's been people coming to Hickory from Marion, so they have to go through Morganton to get to Marion, and how far on the other side between Marion and Nashville, if it's still open or
it's closed for I-77. You have to go up 77 to 81 and go around. I-40 is impassable at the Asheville and north. There's parts of I-40 that are just gone between Asheville and Salon, and so I'm assuming it'll be indefinitely. That'll be a detour 77 to 81.
So it was actually him on here 10 minutes.
Parker Paget Road, exit 75, is the last exit you can possibly take because the bridges are out in Old Fort and you can't get around going into Old Fort and you're coming from Highway 70 or getting off exit 73. So most traffic getting off and in between exits 86 and 81 can't go and get off in Old Fort and go anywhere.
100% correct.
KK40, I'm clear.
I appreciate that information.
Good to hear from you, Ed. I don't want to turn it
I'm doing it, but I'm just glad he took the ball with it because I couldn't have done it by myself. So I'm just glad he did it. They've done a good job. I commend him and I commend people at Cycle going out there and doing making contacts with these people so they can get back to the families that they're okay.
KQ4FPJ. I'm just kind of not about to win. I was wondering about you a little earlier, but I'll back on morning. KQ4FPJ.
All right, Mr. Raymond. I guess that's been putting a dent in your work, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm a little bit worried about it because we get paid from the Swan headquarters, and it's no longer there. So, yeah, it's a little rocky as far as work goes for now. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but there's more important things right now, like, power and water and food, but we got some resources today, and hopefully we'll have some power by the end of the week.
Yeah, well, have yourself a nice rest. Have a good day tomorrow, and I appreciate you. Yeah, 40, look, Chris.
Yeah, good night, Roma. It's good to you. If that's what you did, and all you did was at the club and everything, I know it was very, very appreciated.
Yeah, I do that. I'll use my radio, and I'm pretty well versed in all the business stuff around the gap, so try to help out where I can. I'm no longer allowed to be in the fire department. I rarely hear you.
We were just shooting the bull, but yeah, it's good to hear you too. But either way, we'll catch up later on, okay, whenever. We do have cell service now, so that's a good thing, but just letting you know that we do have cell service down here in McDowell County so far, at least where I'm at. Anyway, take care, buddy. Have a good night, and thanks again for everything.
Yep, have a good night. Thank you for TJ.
WA2UCZ with a question for Chris.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Ron. Cam 4DNX.
You say you've got internet service. You can send texts and emails, but if you try to use it for any app, it doesn't work. Is that your situation, or do you have full and complete cell service?
Oh, I have the internet portion of it yet, but and phone calls. I called my dad again tonight and talked to him briefly, and it was nice. I sit in my living room and be able to speak to my dad in Texas finally.
Was it back and forth text?
No, that's the actual voice.
Yeah, we haven't been able to do that. and emails.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if the data part of it works yet. That's not something I use a lot of, but we don't have any internet here as far as spectrum goes, fiber optic or whatever, but no power yet either. If you've seen poles going to my house, you'd understand why it looks like a storm came through. I mean, ice storm came through here, just twisted it up everywhere.
Yeah, I don't have to go far to see that. Right down the street they have same situation. But my internet is very intermittent. On my phone, SOS pops up as much or more than the bars for T-Mobile. So you know, if I catch it right, I can send a text or email, but it's not reliable.
Oh yeah. I've only used it a couple times. It seems to be okay right now at the moment. Another question, Dave from TOZ, Dave asked me tonight on Marion Repeater if everything was still on for Thursday. I told him I'd have to find out because we don't know what the road conditions are going to be and if everybody's willing to, or going to be able to do that. So I just wanted to, if I talk to him again, be able to tell him something, but I'm sure he's listening or maybe can't listen.
I think we've got to cancel. As far as I know, still remains closed at the Tennessee border. And who knows, the alternate route around 07. So I think out of concern and ability to plan. Plus, to be honest, we'll still open up for the first time. I want to go to the house that we've acquired from Alyssa. So the better idea is to cancel and the roads in Tennessee open up and reschedule.
Oh, I agree. The mountain's closed too, going into Asheville for us in the county. So, yeah, it would be a very difficult journey even just get to your house.
So that's right. You can't get past the Old Fort, as we just heard. So that's unfortunate because I mentioned to Lynn, we were on the Henderson repeater earlier. My neighbor needs gas for his generator in his car. He went to, there was information on this repeater earlier in the day that gas was available at exit 44 from I-40. He went down there was a half-mile line each way. He went to another station nearby, got in line, he's stationary, hadn't moved for half an hour. He got out of his truck, walked to the pumps and observed a fight going on, and decided he wasn't going to stay. He went all the way to South Carolina looking for gas, couldn't find it, came back, didn't get any gas.
Oh man, yeah, we ended up going to Hickory last night just to, beat any crowds or any lines or anything. We went over there and, it was cut and dry, but no big deal. But we did have to drive, about.
Yeah, well, sometimes you do what you do to be a little safe. I heard the comments about coming together in a crisis like this. I truly hope that's what happens to the people here. I'm sure there are people on the outside willing to help, but when people are denied food and water and transportation, bad things can happen quickly. I sure hope they don't break out in that manner.
Yeah, well, it's pretty localized. My dad's surprised he did, but anyway, I had explained what was going on and how serious the matter was. He was devastated and shocked. But I'm going to get off the radio, let else chit-chat for a little bit. I'll be back on in a little bit when everything kind of calms down, Ron, if you're going to be around. Looking forward to being there.
All righty, take care. Have a good rest. And we'll hopefully that later. We'll see. Lynn, over to you. Chatting before. I hope.
That's right.
Yes, this is Fort Worth. I was concerned about you. His wife is, that's why you didn't have any space. You don't hear if there's anybody in him that knows about the bridge there and get over the other side, which you can through the mountain, come down the bridge, and come the other way. And I don't need to walk on that bridge. Moving that area with my son, is it okay if I say?
I don't remember what repeaters are up in Yancey County.
Well, I'm sitting here. I don't live. Well, when I go down coast, so I'm here in and get some info on that.
Yeah, give me his name and I'll write it down.
His name is
Higgins.
C-L-I.
I'm having difficulty now.
Sorry. C-L-I-N.
Oh, Clint. Okay, and the last name? Okay, I got that.
Or if you know anybody that can get information.
All right, well, bear in mind that at 9 o'clock a.m., we'll have the emergency again on this repeater. And if you can find out what his call sign is, too, you can check with us. They've got several guys that are together as a team and taking care of this. A great job.
I'll try to do that. There's real words about it. Okay, I'll go out there.
I think it's not rest. At 840 EK.
Coming.
Yes.
So I think that was that KE4LDR that was Clint Higgins you were just talking to.
No, that's who he's looking for from Yancey County.
Okay, I had that backwards. So, quick QRZ looks up, finds his call sign as KE4LDR. Kilo Echo 4 Lima Delta Romeo.
Thank you, Daniel. I'll
Comment?
go ahead.
K2DXX. Any of y'all out there know how to set up WinLink? I'm sure that that's something that's not going to happen until this is over with, but as a future resource, is that something that's easy to do?
Justin, I'm not familiar with it, but I'm sure somebody is.
Comment.
Comment.
Go.
And 2 comments.
I doubled with someone in 0 at my end. That guy had way better signal than I do, so you can add his piece.
This is Alpha Echo 4 Echo Papa. I didn't look and use it. I got with it.
So I'm guessing the setup, though, is something that I have to wait until this is over with.
0 at my end.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so WinLink is really effective. You can do it over VHF, UHF, with HRS, and it's pretty basic. That's all you really need is a laptop. You can square off. The field that you got HF ready. HF facility WinLink packet radio is super important. So that's the way. Setting up right now, I don't know where you are, but even Burr County would be pretty close. Just because nobody has an out the internet for the most part. There might be.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's simple. I needed. Thanks. K2DXX.
Comment.
But I've got other batteries. I'm down here in South Carolina. I'm glad to put out my name and number if anybody needs something that I can look to them or something like that.
And I'll let you take that. You have something to write down as I'm walking down the street on a handy-talkie.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get your name and number. I can pass it to the net tomorrow morning. Or if you're available tomorrow morning, there will be the emergency net back on this repeater at 9 a.m.
Copy that. Copy that. I'll be the K2AGE Kilo 2 Kilo Golf Echo. I'll be here in the morning.
Hey, Lynn.
Yes, sir.
Luckily, Ham said he still works on my cell phone because it's a downloaded thing that I downloaded months ago. Nothing else to do but study for extra, I guess.
Well, there you go. And if you get really bored, just come over to the house. I've got a couple chainsaws.
He said once you start passing those tests, I got something for you.
I've been studying CW.
I don't know much CW, but I'll tell you what. Over the last 2 days, I could about key into GE call sign on CW.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
This is KG4IKQ, Jim, Marion. For the guys that just were mentioning learning CW and wanting to learn CW, Friday morning was QRP 5 watts on a wire lane in my front yard to an operator in Minnesota who relayed my health and welfare check and status to family in Connecticut. And I was running about 5 watts.
Coolest thing I've heard in a couple of days, and that's coming from K2DXX. That's awesome.
KG4IKQ. Cool. Comment.
Any comment?
Yeah, just I actually wanted to say this message while listening in before I go to bed for the night here. This whole conversation and the last 2 or 3 days listening to this has really made me proud to be a ham. Been licensed for 8 years, and initially because I lived where earthquakes happen. You know, West never had an earthquake problem, but I sure had a hurricane problem. And you guys are a very fine operating group, and really happy to meet several of you guys over the past, and gals over the past 3 days. And, that'll be my final. I just wanted to say that, and wish everyone on the M2GE machine a good night. Hopefully better tonight than we've been having. 10-0 at plan.
Lynn?
Yeah, hold on a second. While you're coming up in the brighter day, and station go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to tell you, I saw a meme today in a few seconds that I have Facebook. It said, all you North Carolina mountain fellas with your salt life sticker, this is your moment to shine.
Well, that's interesting.
We got salt life stickers all over vehicles up here in the mountains.
KLW, comment.
Go ahead.
When I had internet about a week ago, Salt Life has declared bankruptcy, the store and the company.
That's no bueno.
Because it may be worth something someday.
For the night, charging the batteries. Everybody stay safe tonight, and I'm sure I'll hear y'all around tomorrow. K2DX6 is safe for the night.
All right, Justin, have a good night. Rest, and hope you have a good day tomorrow. Outdoors, EJ.
Comment.
Any comment?
I believe your name is Lynn, isn't it?
That is correct.
Well, Lynn, my name's Ken. Yeah, I am from South Carolina, K2. Everybody thought I was nuts. All my survival stuff. Now, as far as stuff. Yeah. 1 is none, 2 is 1, correct?
Oh, yeah. Well, trust me, I've gotten it from my family about being a doomsday prep. It's not nothing like that. Our grandparents were preppers. I mean, they canned food, raised their own chickens and hogs and stuff like that, and made sure they had plenty of ammo. But, you know, yeah, I don't guess they're laughing at me now.
They have to be like that, Lynn.
How you lived?
Yeah, you have to be prepared for winter.
I told my girlfriend, this is nothing compared to laying in the dirt, getting shot at in the service.
Oh, that's a good point, too. You're camping every day.
Camping for your life.
That's like the better app was complaining on having internet, and I told her, I said, I think I can live out in that way. One of the people out there without power, and she knows how being without power is for a period of time. Say, see, I didn't hear after that.
Yeah, affirmative. Affirmative power is nothing. Thanks, I got water and a gas water heater.
Well, and you still...
And that's true, that's true. Stuff I survived as a young man in the service. Nothing like this is going to hurt me. I pray every night and every day for them.
It's going to take a while, but we'll come out of it and we'll be stronger because that's how we are as a people and as Americans. We work together and help each other out. And, you know, I don't know how long it'll last because, you know, I remember 9/11. Everybody came together after 9/11. But, 20 years later, it's like we're almost like a nation divided. It's all because of politics.
You're right. You're right. And it is about that. I pray for both sides of the fence. We end up praying more from our side. Tell her what.
I don't think we're divided as people think we are, as the media has led on. I don't know if you're familiar with Tucker Carlson, but he's been since the last month going to different cities and states, and he said, when I go around this country, people are just like me and you. We just want to live our lives and take care of our families and be able to prosper and succeed at what we do. And it is what the media make out like.
Len, you are absolutely correct.
I happen to agree with that, Joe, of this hatred and division and racist stuff and all this crap. I don't think there's a lot of that going on in person-to-person relationships.
It definitely makes sense.
One thing that's interesting is the situation makes you learn to improvise. This is a little funny story. My wife simply has to use the toilet. She won't go out and dig a hole and, do it in the dirt. So we've gone over to the community pool. It's chlorinated water, and I filled up a couple of my jerry jugs and carry it home. We have a little bucket that we fill up the toilet tank with. Improvisation techniques learned here lately.
I definitely won't live like I did. I won't be caught in several areas again. I won't be caught that way. I've learned from this. I really have.
Well, we've got quite a bit of water storage over here, so we can at least flush our toilet. Always, the rainfall hasn't filled up the septic tank.
Yeah, I've been pulling water out of my hot water heater for flushing water.
We did fill up the bathtub knowing this was coming.
And like I said earlier, thank God I got water. That's the only thing I got. But, that's a blessing. Big blessing, I know. Hearing y'all, I know.
Well, we've been going through some stuff over here that we can donate to, so they can take out the people that need it. I've got clothes and we've got blankets and pillows and all kinds of stuff. So they're collecting that stuff in Maiden this week, and so we'll probably fill it up or maybe the truck and take over there.
Folks up in the mountains will be colder than before we are down here where I'm at. So where is Maiden is that? Some kind of center up there?
Yeah, I live in Maiden. It's in southern Catawba County between Hickory and Lincoln, but they've got a collection. I think it might be at the church. I've seen the address, but I think if they don't bring food and don't bring water, but bring other stuff that's light, because this stuff's going to be taken by helicopter into those areas.
Copy that. Copy that. Listen, guys, I got to get off here. Got some responsibilities to take care of before I can run down. talking to you. I appreciate everybody sharing. Kilo 2 KGE down here in Gaffney, South.
Get a good night's rest, and hope you have a productive day tomorrow. And, well, like I said, I hope we have
For Echo Papa, I'm going to tell everybody good night.
Stay safe and have a good day tomorrow.
KO4DBP. Report just now of a house floating across Tunnel Road in Asheville.
I sure hadn't, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, never mind. I happened to see it, and I thought it was a post just now. Never mind.
Well, I know a couple of days of me, I wouldn't want to be in a flooded tunnel.
Heck no. That's what we were talking about here. I got a picture of one of our bridges out here for the Catawba River. From the bottom of the bridge to where the normal water level sits is about 65 feet. And when Ernesto had to come rush me some water, him and his wife brought me the last 2 cases of water they could find the other day. And when he crossed lapping the underside of the bridge, and that river is a good 20 to 25 foot wide, and I calculate that 25 foot, 60-foot tall column of water. That's a lot of water.
It was, I think on 127, the bridge there was a house or something up the bridge because it couldn't go under it.
Oh, hey, make them get your help.
Lake James Road goes on around the lake. It winds and curves, and there's a bridge that crosses the earlier part of the Catawba River lake, and the water was up to the bottom of the bridge. A log jam on top of the bridge, probably as high as my chest.
Wow, how are you guys doing up there at the lake? Liz up there, Isaac, King 4H&L, and he was out in it trying to check some stuff, and he said that most of the roads around the lake.
Yeah, yesterday they were. We had a lot of issues with power lines down and trees. A lot have been cut here recently. I heard today, not confirmed, but that bridge with all the logs on it has been open so we can get Marion. We're in the Peninsula community, kind of central north side of the lake, at the foothills here. But supposed to open out yesterday, had to go out to south. Actually down towards the wind to buy gas there at a truck stop. Nothing here. The only thing I have now is this radio. We have no internet, no phone, no water because these are electric community wells. We have food, so we're okay.
Alright, listen, you're on the north side. You're in McDowell?
That's correct. We're about half a mile from Burke County, the county line on the east side. But yeah, we're in McDowell.
Okay, I was just going to get to, if worst case scenario, if you can get down to the lake like that, I'm disabled. they were needing water because down here in Burke County, we're under a boil water emergency. And like, okay, well, that's all well and good, but how are you supposed to boil water when your only source is electric, you know? And that's when the chief said, he's like, well, we've got water. He said, just be a resource there in case you guys need it, and hopefully they'll get up there to you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that info.
All right, go ahead. I was like, man, when it's I realized that 2 days ago. So, anywho, I'm back to the side scale, 4 DVP.
Yeah, I was just sitting here watching the news, and there was 2 deputies shot in western North Carolina, because David sent me a text earlier saying, there was, so I don't know if we'll get any details on that or not, but I'll let you know when they do.
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick Google here, because like I said, I got internet, so, let's see, cops, I know they did have, I think it was Asheville, it really wasn't rioters, it was more of a panic type situation.
Desperate things, and especially if
Okay. Only thing I see when cops shooting Western NC is a post from Police actually. It was a cop versus a juvenile. Actual police said the victim in Monday night's fatal shooting was on Allen Avenue as a juvenile. Which, hey, is it on wrong? Went right. Depending on you're on.
Number 4 MKO. November 4 MKO. Go ahead.
I apologize. I'm up here in Northeast Tennessee. I've got a message here of a Justin trying to call out on 2 meters on this frequency. Call sign is Kilo X-ray 4 Charlie County. Just want to call out and see if they're on this frequency. Again, radio identification. This is November 4 MKO.
Give the call sign of the repeating person, please.
Call sign of the person transmitting is November 4 Mike Kilo Oscar. November 4 MKO. I don't mean to interrupt your guys' conversation. I was just seeing if I can get this person some help in Avery County.
Okay, what was the call sign of the person asking? Needing help?
The call sign I've got is Kilo X-ray Charlie Zulu. Again, the call sign is Kilo X-ray 4 Charlie Zulu.
Okay, I don't know if anybody up there, I mean, I can relay I can relay a message to Avery 911 if that's the situation.
I'm not privy to the information. I'm currently in a position where I have internet thing, and I just came across on social media this person trying to reach out on help on ham radio. I actually have not spoken to them. saw it here on, like I said, social media. And I just wanted to see if they're monitoring frequency as they had suggested on social media.
Comment? Any comment? Yeah. This is our remote. Sometimes he has been. He's also talked down the repeater 2-3 times. That gentleman is okay. Everything is well and good. So please disregard the social media.
Disregarding social media, I appreciate the update, gentlemen. Again, apologies for interrupting your conversation. 7-3s to you both. Do either one of you need assistance?
I'm in County, North Carolina, scale 4 DVP, and yeah, I just looked at the pulse on, okay, yeah, but yeah, well, to hear that he made contact, and so yeah, never apologize for interrupting and something like that, because you never know, you know. I've seen it a lot, you know, the last few days, especially down here in our county, in Burke County, North Carolina, and Caldwell County. The Caldwell County repeater has been instrumental in getting people help and stuff. I mean, yeah, I can't. I've got out of us answers, man. Really bring it home this time, and it was good to see the infantry community come together like we have in the Western North Carolina.
I'm really glad to hear that. You know, that the infantry radio helping some people out. I'm trying to get my call sign out and for KO, trying to go out into
relatives. I spent a lot of my youth up there in I'll forward them family members and see if they've heard anything or if they need, you know, if they need to contact, I'll put it out there for sure.
Monitor and hopefully we can get everybody home that needs it as soon as possible. 7-3, God bless. Thank you for being part of this community. November 4 in KO.
KBN for the gentleman in Tennessee. Any information on the area that is south of Knoxville? We have relatives there. How did that area fare?
Sounds like everything around me. I just literally came back from Gatlinburg, Sevierville area today. There was some heavy rain, lots of flooding, but it seems as if the heavy damage kind of followed the Smoky Mountains here, and everything, the runoff from the mountains is really what's killing us all. I mean, Knoxville was far enough away to not really receive a whole lot of damage.
Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated.
Not a problem. November 4 MKO will be clear for you.
Another question for NKO?
This is KO40OT. He was asking, the gentleman that was asking about southeast of Knoxville. There was damage, a good bit of damage in Newport, and I heard there was a good bit of damage in White Pine, but other than that, I haven't heard in Greene County and Knoxville.
This is KB9 KLW. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, a question for the gentleman from Tennessee. You have any information on the situation in the area between Kingsport and Johnson City?
I'm actually currently sitting in Kingsport. I'd say most everybody I know lost power between Kingsport and Johnson City. It is slowly coming back, and I would say it's probably at, I'm going to throw out rough numbers here, so please don't hold me to it. I'm going to say we're roughly at 70% have power back. I know just outside of Kingsport and Johnson City, they're still working on getting potable water, especially sounds like everything's downstream.
Thanks very much for that report. We just purchased a piece of property for my stepdaughter there, and curious about how it made. I haven't closed yet, so we're hoping the roof blow off so we can get a new roof. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Take care. Thanks very much. WA2UCZ.
With over 8 million broadcasts and over 600 million viewers engaged monthly, Restream is the #1 tool
I just wanted to jump on here for those of you that are catching the end of my screen right here. But I just want to jump on and tell you to please continue to keep the communities that have been affected by this hurricane. Thoughts and prayers. I'm thankful, again, like I said earlier. I think I was muted though when I was talking, but I just want everyone that I know, I love, that are in the path of this
Monster are okay. So far, everyone is okay that I've talked to. And I put a comment in the chat about how it amazes me and it saddens me at the same time how I not really know and not survive, I feel like, when disasters happen, because we've all gotten so far off the path of what a true country is. Our country is so hogwashed right now, to say the least. White House is the firmest hand of God that there is. Because all the ones that have survived this thing, I bet you not a one of them won't say it wasn't God that saved them from it. Because I'd have to call them a fibber, because I know what it's like to go through disasters and things like that. Nothing to this magnitude. It's a sad thing. But anyway, I just want everyone to please keep the areas that have been affected in your thoughts and prayers. You can find me on Facebook under Natasha McMillan or Boot Hill Rising. You can type in Boot Hill Rising, and I've reshared a lot of things there. I'm on Twitter. But just keep everybody in your prayers. I will be doing this again. I do have to get to bed, though. I have to work tomorrow morning. So, yeah, but for like an hour, but still, it's what helps right now. So, everyone just have a good night. Pray. And check on your neighbors, man. You never know. Even those that aren't at the last day of September. And September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. I myself am a suicide survivor. I've attempted a few times, and thank God I've survived. I have family members who attempted and survived. But I also have lost. Very important people to me, for real. Something I deal with every day. And then in August, we had the Drug Overdose Awareness Month. And whenever someone passes away from an accidental overdose, whether it be by their own hands or the hands of others, they still classify it as suicide. And that's, in my opinion, it's not. But still, you never know what's going on. And you never know when that phone call or that text or that message, that email, however you communicate with people, can change someone's life. So with that being said, everyone have a good night, rest, and remember, you do matter, no matter what. To someone